Hello dear students, I know you must be excited for the session because it's one of the favorite subjects in social science, that is geography. I also love geography. So let's start the chapter for agriculture. The topic itself is very interesting. We have learned about agriculture as we are into villages. We have even seen the agriculture. So it is very easy for you to understand this chapter and the topics. But as you must have learned agriculture in earlier previous classes, okay, grades, okay, still in this chapter we'll be learning little bit more deeper. So without wasting time, let's start the session 1. Activities which are related to earning livelihood are called economic activities. There are three types of economic activities: primary activity, secondary activity and tertiary activity. Agriculture is a primary activity. Nearly two-thirds of India's population is engaged in agriculture activities. Growing of crops, raising livestock, forestry, and fishing all come under agriculture activities. There are mainly two types of farming techniques: subsistence, subsistence farming, and commercial farming. When a farmer tills the land, the soil loses its fertility and then shifts to another fertile land. Then this type of farming is called shifting cultivation. The efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demands of the increasing population is known as agriculture development. It varies in developed and developing countries. See, here we are learning about shifting cultivation. So you need to understand it very well because the same topic you learn in next year, that is ninth grade history, fourth chapter. Okay, so let us little bit learn more deeply about shifting cultivation. See, shifting cultivation means people they slaughter the land, okay. If not land, they have their own farms, they farm there, okay. They tilt means they do agriculture, they grow crops there. So when you grow crops, the essential things that need by the crop is absorbed, then the land is becomes less fertile, so we can say it loses its fertility. So what the farmer does, he leaves the land as it is for some period of time, maybe year or two. He shifts to another land for cultivation and he keeps on doing the same. And after period of years, maybe few years later, again he'll come to the first place where he had done the cultivation or farming. He leaves the land as it is for it to again gain the fertility, and if there is fertility, the crops will be better. So shifting cultivation means farmer uses the land, means he does the farming there. For example, this year he will get the crops, next year he will not sow his seeds there, he will shift to another land. So this is called shifting cultivation. We divide economic activities into three categories: primary, secondary and tertiary. Agriculture, an activity that is related directly to the extraction and production of natural resources, is a primary activity. Manufacturing of steel and banking of bread are secondary activities, since they are not directly related to the extraction of or production of natural resources but their utilization. Transport and trade are tertiary activities, since they do not come in either category. Two-thirds of Indian population depends on agriculture. See, as the economic activities are divided into three parts. Farming is directly extracting and production from the natural resources. So it's a primary one. Mining, banking, sales, this is secondary activity because it is not directly related to the extraction or production of natural resources. The tertiary means the third economic activity is transport, trade. Why? Because it doesn't get into any of first or second category. It doesn't deal with any natural usage. So some of the important inputs required in agriculture are seeds, fertilizers, machinery and labor. Operations involved are plowing, sowing, irrigation, weeding and harvesting. Outputs include crops, wool, dairy and poultry products. This all we have learned in our science, geography in earlier classes. So it is very easy to understand. What are the things that we use for agriculture? We need seeds, fertilizers, machineries and labors. And what is the outcome? What are the results? Hmm? We get crops, wool, dairy products, poultry products. What we have to do as an operation? We have to plow, sow, irrigation, weeding and harvesting. What is weeding? Unwanted plants that grow in our farm, we have to take them off. Otherwise, they will absorb all the minerals that are required by our main crop. Irrigation. What is irrigation? Water supply. Sowing is what? Putting seeds in the farm for growing. Harvesting is cutting off the product. Plowing. What is plowing? Plowing is what we call, we use ox and we have plows. So that is plowing. Two main types of farming practiced are subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming is practiced solely to meet the need of the farmer's family. Therefore, the practices involved are usually old-fashioned. Use of modern technology is minimum and most work is done by household laborers. See, subsistence means what we normally see in our farms. We do not grow rice or other crops to sell. We use it at our home for our family needs. Okay, so we don't use tractors and other things, fashionable modern technology. We use old fashioned. We use ox, we need plow. We we don't get labors from outside. We use our own, like we do it ourselves. Our mom, dad, grandparents, our sisters, brothers, cousins, they help us in doing the farming. So basically subsistence farming is done for ourselves, for our house needs. In intensive subsistence agriculture, simple tools and huge labors are used by a farmer to cultivate a small plot of land. More than one crop is grown annually in favorable conditions. Rio is the major crop. It's rice. Sorry for the spelling mistake. Rice is the major crop. This form of agriculture is seen in the thickly populated areas of monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. The intensive subsistence agriculture, simple tools and huge labors are used by a farmer to cultivate a small plot of land. More than one crop is grown annually in favorable conditions. Correct, no? If we have lot of water, okay, after the monsoon also we can use the land for another crop. So at least two crops can be taken or grown on the same land in the year. So rice is the major crop. The form of agriculture is seen in the thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. Shifting cultivation is a class of primitive subsistence agriculture. In this, a plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with soil and crops are grown, as I have explained you earlier. This is very important for you to remember because this will help you in next year's history. After some time, the land is abandoned and the farmers move to a different place. This type of farming is common in the thickly forested areas of the Amazon basin. tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. It is also called slash and burn agriculture. Nomadic herding refers to the practice in which herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water. Animals usually reared are the yak, sheep, camel and goats. So this is where we end with the first session. I hope you have understood the topics that were covered in this session. So again I would insist on you should read the textbook, underline the hard words, write them in your notebook, and then watch this video again so that you understand the topics very well. So stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. See you in the next session.